Hello, and yeah, episode 6 of Arcane, season 1. What is it called? When these walls come tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Alright. Well, I think this is going to be about Jayce. Like, the title of the episode is in reference to Jayce and the things he's doing. No, wait, they kinda, yeah, the whole thing. I assume that Viktor is probably gonna die this episode. And that is something that Jay's gonna be like, oh god. So that's how his walls are gonna start tumbling down a bit. And also, oh god, Powder is gonna find out that Vi is alive, and then Silco's walls are gonna start tumbling down. He's like, oh god. I mean, she's gonna find out at the very end of the episode. And that is like, oh god. Here starts the downfall of Silco. And then probably that one enforcer who got paid, he's probably also gonna die. Like, Jinx probably gonna kill that guy. And then she's gonna find out that Vi is alive. So that's what I think is gonna happen this episode. Because I don't remember how the last episode ended. Did it end with her stealing that orb? No, that was episode 4. She stole that orb. Powder, that is. Episode 5 was about them doing some investigating. And here's Viktor. Okay. So they're showing us a flashback of Viktor. At least the water seems clean. I mean... Okay, wait. At first I was like, oh wait, does he have wooden legs? But no. That's just his socks. But he has been, like, crippled since childhood. Like, oh god damn it, my toy boat. Why was that so hard for me to say? Oh. A big axolotl. Oh. Is that guy? That is the scientist, right? That died in the explosion in episode 2. He worked for Silco. Alright, I did not expect we will see that guy again. You're like, oh. I don't have anything else to do. Being your assistant could be fun. Something to do. Something to learn from. The recording fucked up a bit. But I'm gonna start from here. I kind of watched until like around 4 minutes into it. So around 30 seconds from here is when I noticed, oh, something is wrong. So yeah. I was talking a bit about, I wonder how he, because obviously that scientist guy seemed to be a bit more about biology, that side. So I wonder kind of like, when did he start going more into, you know, just technology? Obviously he was doing, you know, with the boat and all that. But I wonder, you know, like a lot. Yep. He's like contemplating. Oh yeah, he was gonna die soon. I mean, obviously, that's why I said that he was gonna die this episode. But kind of forgot all of. No, well, I didn't forget about the disease and all that, but just skip the intro because that song, yeah. Oh, okay, let's make some food. Thought you were making some dye. Oh no, yeah, was making dye or paintings. I guess is using the egg as a binder. Well, not really. My friend is dying. Viktor is dying. Just say it. He only has a few days left. Alright, good. Good opportunity. Like, you know what? Let me just lay down here on your lap. Yeah. And you're probably gonna hate yourself even more if you don't spend this last time with him. You know? Okay, what is the Hextech doing? Well, your blood is still pretty red. Guess it hasn't oxidized. Okay. Or maybe is the Hexer gonna take over his body? Is that what they're gonna do? Because, I mean, he did say something about, you know, the Hex Tech is learning. He's like, I don't know. Oh hell, at least she didn't kill me. Okay. Maybe they're gonna run into powder way earlier than I thought. Sure. Adrenaline is a powerful drug. Okay. The fire... What was they called? Fire something? That's probably the guy who managed to escape. Okay. Jinx killed her. Or I assume she killed her. Okay, I was wrong. She just incapacitated her so that she can torture her to get information. Okay, she's gonna kill you, obviously. I mean, that was actually a pretty good zoom in, not zoom in, like fade in, I guess. Is that what do we call it? Like a close, like how she moved towards the camera. It actually looked really good. Then we have this enforcer guy. And like, okay, yeah, I recognize you. Okay. They're like, you lied to me. You better. Yeah, and accidents happen. Alright, yeah. That's a good intimidation scene. And... oh, okay. I thought it was the Hextech thing that spoke, like, watch, and it was speaking to Viktor, but it was Viktor saying it. Maybe. Maybe. Like, didn't it get your blood first? So maybe that Hextech cube is... what's called? You know, it's bonded to you. So kind of like you have the same blood type, you know. So you, Jayce, not Jayce, Viktor, and that cube, you two can bond together. People with disease. So, well, obviously this is where Viktor is from. And if I'm correct that Silco and Viktor are brothers, then this is probably where Silco is from as well. Like the bottom place, I guess. It's like a little bit of bruising on my cheek. Like, that is not really what you need to worry about. Yeah. Sure. Like, I wasn't talking to you, Caitlin, but I was talking to the little girl behind you. Oh god, he's not gonna like that. She doesn't seem to be as sick. Yeah. I mean, since Jayce has been making some rounds with the council, you know, he has some partnerships. to make sure that he doesn't destroy this shit. But my guess is that he's probably gonna meet with the... God. What's her name? The Black Chancellor lady. Okay, wait. Maybe I'm incorrect. These people are not the people... Okay, I would assume that maybe these people have ingested this gas that Jayce was talking about. But no, these seem to be people who were... Who had taken that drug that Silco produced. Alright. We are experts at that. It happens probably 100 times a day down here. Because it feels good. Being afraid. Come on. Trade something. I was gonna give the gun. Ah, there we go. It's putting in the act. What's your name? And this is probably, he's like, oh, she touched me. Is that like a what god? Oh god, what's her name? Princess Diana touching those HIV patients or AIDS. Probably both. They're like, okay. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Well... yeah, like I'm still the oldest person here. But I agree with Jayce. Instead of just trying to keep the status quo. We have to make progress, but it's retirement. Yeah, like you are the old man, but sometimes, you know, old people need to step down and let the young ones. Yeah, here comes the, not the coup, but people are like, you know what, we want to advance. And then, for what reasons might be different. Like you know what, if we kick him out, maybe I can earn way more money. And it could be it could be good for you, Heimer, to take a little bit of like a, I guess, a forced retirement. Did she always have? No, okay. I was like, did she always have eyes that purplish? But no, it was the shimmer. Almost killed yourself. Ah, powder. Like, what did your parents do? Like, well, we don't know what her parents did. My assumption is that they probably were just innocent people living, and then when the enforcer decided to attack, they destroyed everything. Yeah, that guy. Too addicted to drugs. Okay, give these 3 drug addicts their drugs, and then tell them, kill her. And Circo's gonna be straight in the middle of that hole. Okay, so she has saved that for many years. Why? Are you gonna find her? Oh god, that guy's face with the music. Obviously, they did it on purpose with him having that screaming face. But it was funny. And Silco is raging. Who is he kicking? Probably one of these drug addict monsters that he created. Alright. March out. Or just set up a thing, and if anyone comes, just blast them, I guess. And back to young Viktor. I mean, if this is the... Oh. He's like, oh god. Yeah, he was like, oh man, I thought you meant actual Rio instead of just the mutation. But okay, so I guess Shimmer is from this mutation. Okay, so it's the... And he's alive still. Okay, so it was not the one that I thought. I thought, you know, that was the guy who was working for Silco, producing, you know, Shimmer. That got blown up. Well, I mean, you know Jinx, so you should know. Like, you lied to me. Vi, you lied. Is this just her delusion? I need to see the wound. They're hiding that wound so much, which makes me think this is not real. Because I'm thinking, like, how would Vi get here? Like, I feel like Vi is too busy with other things at the moment to get... Oh, maybe not. You can see... Okay. Oh god. She's like, oh yes I am. Gonna start blasting the birds. Oh, here comes the Firelights. Oh yeah, and Jinx gonna think, oh god, this is a setup. It's like, Jinx, who are these people? Well, good punch. Alright. You actually survived. So that is probably the guy who survived on the blimp as well. Otherwise, I think they would have killed him. My god, alright. Superpowers. It's like, oh god, Powder, you become a monster. Not gonna shoot him? A Powder is... Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be that Powder is so invested in, in just him. So they were gonna run away, and then after she shoots him, she's like, wait. But alright, it ended like that. Now, is Powder or Jinx... Is she going to think, oh god, you abandoned me again? Or is she gonna be like, I'm gonna save you now, sister? It was a good episode. I will say I didn't really care for this last fight that happened between Powder, Vi, and the Firelights. What are they called? Firefly? Firelight? Fireflight? Firefly, probably, right? Fireflies. I think it lasted a little bit too long. There was too many quick cuts happening. And I think the reason they did that was to show, trying to be like how chaotic it is. And yeah, but still, it becomes like, oh god, so exhausting to try and follow it. And especially when it is, with weapons, and you're like that, and the shooting, like, more things should hit. Otherwise, don't even do a scene like that. Find another way. Maybe make them take cover if you want to blast a fuck ton. But other than that, it was a good episode. Actually really liked what happened with Heimerdinger losing or being put into early retirement. Like they were like, you know what, you're the father to the city, but I think it's time for you to step down. Let the young ones take over. If we're gonna make mistakes, who knows? Probably. I hope it ends up being that they do the right thing, I hope. I hope that's how it ends up. That Heimerdingers we need to be super like conservative. We cannot take any risks. Blah blah blah. Kind of like was leading to a degradation because you're so afraid of doing new things to where things just slowly degrade. And it's kind of like things are degrading so slowly for that someone like Heimerdinger, because he's so old, maybe he doesn't really notice it because it's such a, it's like a boiling frog, but instead of rising, it goes down. While, the humans are like, we'll live short enough lives to where these degradations actually, I mean, a lot of us probably have never lived, like good lives. Well, the people in Piltover probably that has, but in the Undercity, did the Undercity have a name, or is it just called Undercity? People in the Undercity, we are suffering. And we need to do things to make those lives better, and we have the opportunity to do it. So now, I mean, I don't think the other people in the council actually give a fuck about that. For them, it's more along the lines of, you know what? If you can remove some constraints, maybe loosen certain, stuff, we can make more money. That's probably the reason why they decided to vote Heimerdinger off. But at least for Jayce, it's kind of like, you know what? I don't want Viktor to die. If we're gonna do the way that Heimerdinger wants us to do it, then Viktor is gonna die 100%. But if we, be a bit more risky about it, take more chances, at least there's like some slight, even if it's like 1/100th of a percentage point, like it's at least something instead of 0 if we do the Heimerdinger way. So, and also this scientist, the one who's like, we must protect the mutation. Viktor obviously when he went, okay, I understand what you meant by protecting the mutation at all cost. Now I have the hex cube. I understand what you mean. Even if it means doing stuff that might seem, very, very cruel and all that. Not seem, even if you do things that are cruel and like causing a lot of suffering, I feel like I have to do it as well. And it does seem to me, maybe it's just because of the color purple, but is Shimmer, like they give this plant to this axolotl thing, and it has a specific mutation that then turns that into Shimmer. Is that what Shimmer is? Like, is it the blood? I don't know, of this axolotl thing, or is it just some liquid that it produces? Maybe it's poison. Like, those axolotls normally has like a poison, but this one specifically is something that might not just outright kill. And I'm just flicking through to see, like, does this Black Can's Chancellor lady, does she have a name? Let's see. I mean, This doesn't really tell me something. Like Jayce, Vander, Young Viktor, Marcus, Ren, Powder, Mel Medarda. Okay, that's probably her name. Mel Medarda, yeah, because you said, you know, I was outcast. Medarda, okay. Mel Medarda. That's her name. Brett Tucker, Singed. Okay, so that, okay. I had no idea, but my guess is that that scientist is Singe. I recognize that name. Singe is the guy who just runs around, right? Like, and has like a poisonous trail. Okay. Alright, well, that was that. It was a good episode, other than the fact that, I don't know, like, the end fight scene was boring to me, but I do like that they actually managed to, you know, basically defeat Jinx and Vi, and then they kidnapped Vi. Don't know why they didn't do anything to Jinx. Like, it feels like the Fireflies would have all the reasons to. But maybe they're like, you know what, let's just escape. We have what we came for, you know, this glowing thing. We kidnapped these two people that were with her. Let's not take any unnecessary risk and risk die. That's my assumption. It's why they were like, you know, let's just leave now, while we are ahead. And I can see that, I don't know, is that... Okay, so one of these guys, the Fireflies, has like bat ears. I don't know, do all of them have it? Maybe the Fireflies are like that type, whatever race or species, I guess. Those are, maybe that is what they are, or maybe they are like... Because I'm trying to see, like... Like everyone else seems to have helmets, so I don't know if they're humans or if they're these creatures as well. And then, what is Silco gonna do? After, you know, finding out, like, oh god, what the fuck is Jinx doing now?